how do I run recaps? How do you be profitable with the DOT clocks and the HOS and all that stuff?
DJ Jones.
My bro, that nigga my homie. Count money, fuck hoes. Make sure you get money. We laugh, we joke, cause all the ops funny. Put that on God, man, these niggas don't want no smoke.
Hey, welcome to another edition of Trucking with LoShawn Parks. You guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me. And I truly do appreciate that. So in today's video, what I'm gonna talk to you guys about is I've been getting a high request from a lot of emails, a lot of people in the comment section of my videos, and that subject is, how do I run recaps? How do you be profitable with the DOT clocks and the HOS and all that stuff? So I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how I do it and another test that I ran to figure out just how to be efficient in doing this, okay? Now, the thing that I hear from a lot of people is, I wanna run the road, okay? I wanna do some long run. I like to do long runs, okay? As a solo driver, I like to travel. I want to see everything. I want to be everywhere. They want to do it all, okay? They do. They want to be it. They want to do it all. Be all you can be. Make America great again. Wait a minute. We're gonna stop right there, okay? But what I'm trying to say is, the best way to run your clock and be efficient with your clock, DOT clock, is as a solo driver. Your money is not in the distance, okay? And some people are gonna say, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. If I make cent per mile, i.e. like 47, 45, 40 cents a mile, then I want the miles, right? I want the long haul runs. I want the long distance runs, because essentially that's how I make my money, is by the more miles that I get. And to an extent, that individual is true. That is correct. But there's different ways that you can go about getting those miles without having to burn up your clock, okay? And I'm gonna explain that exactly how you can go about doing that. When you're a solo driver, if you want to go across country, let's say you're going from PA and you want to get over to California, you want to get over to Oregon, you want to get over to Washington State. Man, you 3 minutes into the video and ain't subscribed yet? What you waiting on, bruh? What you waiting on? Apparently, if you're still here watching it, you must like the content. Hit the like button, share it, and also subscribe. Hit the bell. Do it now! Back to the video. The best thing to do is to hop your way over there. And now, what do I mean by hop? Hop means you're going to want to go, you're going to want to take one load that's going from PA, for instance, and say, take it over to Kentucky or Illinois. Hop, okay? Something that's about 600 miles, 650, okay? Get paid on that one. Make it there in the day. Now, from Illinois, you're going to want to take another load that maybe will hop you to, let's just say, down to Texas, okay? So you'll take the load from Illinois, go down to Texas, make a little bit of money, okay? Now you done hopped down to Texas. Now you'll take that load that's going to go from Texas to, let's just say, Utah, okay? Now you went from Texas up to Utah, all right? Hopped again. Then the final load that you're going to want to do is you'll hop from Utah to either California, or hop from Utah to Oregon, or hop from Utah to Washington State, okay? All in the process of you doing this hopping, not only are you making money because you're hopping and taking loads and making money off those loads that you're doing the hops on, but also you're not burning up your clock going 2,000, 2,300 miles in one shot. And when I say one shot, I don't mean you driving this all in one time, like in one day. I'm talking about over 4 or 5 days of you doing this one load, right? You're burning up your clock. By the time you get there to the West Coast, or from the West Coast to the East Coast, and you didn't do a hop, you done burnt up more than 3/4 of your clock, more than likely, especially if you're running it at a 10-hour shift, 11 hours is the max, but if you're running it at a 10-hour clip and it takes you 4 days to get across there, you only have 70 hours on your clock, you've already utilized 40, okay, on one load, okay, getting one check, all right? Whereas if you would have hopped, you'd have still made the same amount of distance in the same probably amount of days. Maybe even if you'd have hopped, you may would have been, you know, you'd have got there maybe a day later opposed to if you did a straight shot. But you have the opportunity of making more money. Or if you're on percentage, I mean, if you're on mileage pay, then it'd still be the same, but you're not burning your clock up. And the thing is that you don't ever want to be having to do a 34-hour reset out here on the road. At all costs, if you can do a 34-hour reset at home or somewhere preferably that you would like to be doing a reset at, who the hell wants to do a reset at a truck stop for a day and a half or at a damn Walmart parking lot for a day and a half? Ain't nothing exciting about that, right? So the best way to alleviate that is to hop yourself. Leave the long distance loads for the teams and for the trainers, for the companies that offer training, whether it was two people in a truck. As a solo driver, don't try to be that team truck. Don't try to be the person who's going from east to west, west to east as a solo driver. You're doing nothing but burning your clock up, okay? Then you're wondering why you don't have hours back, because how the DOT clocks works is they regulate us on an 8-day work week, people. It's only 7 days in a week. So DOT knows that if you run crazy like this, right, and you get into long miles, they know that by the 7th day, 70 hours, you running 10 hours a day, that you're going to be out of hours on the 7th day. And you're going to have to sit and do a 34-hour reset. That sucks. You didn't even make it to their 8th day, and they knowing this, that you didn't make it to your 8th day to where you can start doing recaps. Because by the time that 8th day comes, you done ran 10 hours a day for 7 days, you're out of hours and you have no recaps. Because the 8th day is a blank day, right? You don't get no hours back on this day. You blank, okay? So you can't drive. And they know this. So what you need to do is you need to get smart with the system. And you need to realize, I can't burn up 10 hours a day because in 7 days I'm gonna have to do a reset. So how do I utilize this in my advantage? Drive yourself about 8.5, 9 hours a day. This is where the short hops, what I was speaking about, come into place, where it's like the 500 to 600 miles. You can do that in an 8-hour, 9-hour shift. Honestly, you can. Contrary to some people's belief, but yeah, you can do 500 to 600 miles in a 9-hour day shift. All right. Then once you have those 9 hours, now you just continue doing the same thing. Continue doing the same thing. Run off of your recaps. Take loads that your recap allow you to do, okay? Or you can either start to balance it out a little bit. And what I mean by balance it out a little bit, take maybe a shorter run, because you know you're getting low on your recaps. Like maybe you only got like 5 hours of your recap that you're getting back the next day, and you got 8 hours today. Try to run a load where you can get it off, a 300-400 mile load that you can get off in like 5.5 hours. So then you can tack on that additional 3 hours onto the 5 hours that you're getting back tomorrow to make you have an 8-hour day, okay? And then you'll see so on and so forth, and you'll see what recaps you, and then the thing is you have to stay up with your recaps. You have to understand how many recap hours you're getting back the following day in order to know how to plan out your day properly. And a lot of drivers are just not doing this. They're just getting behind the wheel, and they want to go from the East Coast to the West Coast, from the West Coast back to the East Coast, and you will run out of hours. Even if you run from the East Coast to the West Coast and you plan on making it back to the East Coast to do a reset, you won't make it. Okay, you just won't. You're going from North Carolina, Charlotte, over to Southern Cal. You're going to get there as a solo driver in about 4 to 5 days. Okay, then you grab a load from there and you start to come back. In 2 days, you're going to be out of freaking hours. Okay, so you won't even make it back home. Somewhere in Texas, you're going to end up doing a reset. Sucks. All right. So understand how to run within the position that you run in the trucking industry. If you're a solo driver, short hop. Hop your way to the coast or hop your way to the long distance. If you're a team and you're training or you're a trainer, then leave those miles for those guys, okay? Leave those long distance because they can run those all day, okay? And they can do a rolling 34, you know, to where they can get their hours back where you can't do a rolling 34, okay? So leave the long distance for the team operations and for training. As a solo person, you're looking for mileage that's in between 500-600 miles a day, okay? If you are going to take a long distance run, and a long distance run that you want to do should probably be no more than, as a solo driver, I would say about 1,300 to 1,400 miles on one trip, all right? On one trip. That way, you know, you can probably get that off in like 2 days, okay? Or I should probably say between 12 and 13. A lot of y'all can't get to 14. So 12 to 1,300 miles a day. I mean, 12 to 1,300 miles for, you know, for that trip. I wouldn't take anything longer than that. All right. If I had a Qualcomm in here, I would show you guys, but I'm in my third truck right now, and I am on my way to Springfield to get the Qualcomm in here. But in my other truck, I would have showed you exactly how I run it. Maybe I do a continuation part 2 to this to show you guys exactly on the Qualcomm how I run and how I break that up. But I hope that this video is helpful to some of you guys. And to my solo drivers, man, stop trying to be a team operation. You're a solo driver. Look into short hops. Look into short distance things, okay? Leave the long hauling, the long trips that take 4 and 5 and 6 days. Leave those to the teams. Those are the people who can get that off in 2 days. You can't, okay? So essentially that affects your clock and it can affect your pay, all right? All right. Till the next video, man, y'all don't do nothing I wouldn't do like being safe. And as always, winners focus on winning and losers focus on winners, and we winning all day. Right here, trucking with LoShawn Parks, man. Y'all be safe. I'm gone.
I can't go, won't go. Won't leave my mama lonely. No smoke, no smoke. But we die about that money. No smoke, no smoke. You niggas don't want it.